Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk. It's brought to you by the Detroit Lions on the Prowl and the Belly Up Sports Network. Today, we're going to talk about weed, pretty much. And then, but first, before we go into that, let's kick it to my main man, the man of steel himself, Curt Steele.
What up, though? Welcome to the show, people. Hey, you know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as Jim said, hey, we're going to talk about some weed today. But first, you know what you got to do. Subscribe to the channel. Join the family. We don't have fans. We don't have viewers. We have family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Welcome to the premiere. If you can't catch the show during the premiere, a double back is available anytime after the premiere airs. Now it's time to bring in the third man of the crew. Who?
Coach Jones. Who is Coach Mike Jones? What's going on, Lion fans? Hey, for one second, help us with this YouTube algorithm. Click that like button. Get this content out to way more Lion fans. Let's get it popping.
Let's get this thing started.
Right now.
Let go.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
All right, fans, man, it's about to get interesting in here. Marijuana, should it come off the NFL's banned substance list? Do you care if your favorite players are smoking weed? Curt?
All right, so here's my thing. Most of your favorite players are probably already smoking weed. They already know when the test is. It's usually early in the off season. They come in, they get tested. They already know that test is really once a year for marijuana. A lot of people use it for, pain management and coping. It's better than the opioids. A lot of players a lot of veteran players were addicted to opioids. Now, I have a personal kind of thing with this, and it's coming from the side of when I was serving in the military. That's one thing that they always push: oxycodone, oxycontin. They always push those opioids on soldiers. And I had a friend of mine who had an addictive personality, and he got hooked on opioids. He had been sober for many years. Was an AA member and really good guy, but that opioid thing got him. He had an addictive personality where he could become addicted real easy to substances. He fought with alcoholism for years, and he got injured in Afghanistan and got hooked on opioids. Opioids are dangerous. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of players get addicted to that stuff, taking shots, pills, and it's one of those things where you can have a herbal thing where you can get your, medicinal help for your injuries. That way you look at, Calvin Johnson, one of your favorite players in the league ever, if you're a Detroit Lions fan. And, he has his business Primitive with Rob Sims, and they're doing something to bring, marijuana to the masses. I mean, it's illegal. It's legal in most states now to either smoke cannabis or sell cannabis. And it's becoming more and more in most states where it's not criminalized anymore. And it's not, what do you call that? You can definitely have it and not, get the big drug offenses when it comes to criminality of marijuana. So I'm down with it. It doesn't matter to me. I think it's one of those things where marijuana is becoming more mainstream, and they should go ahead and take it off the banned substance list. It's just an archaic rule now. It's just one of those things where, hey, move on. Penny players do it. Hell, you probably got some people in the front office smoking weed too. So Jim, what you got?
I think this question is huge for the whole United States, because I think the federal government should make it legal. There's this catch-22 right now where it's like it's legal in the state, but it's not legal in the country. But honestly, I think it should be legal. Here's my reason why. What are the alternatives? You said opioids, and that is a huge problem. Brett Favre struggled with that. A lot of people have struggled with that and been addicted to that. But on the other side, alcohol. alcoholism also is a like a pain numbing type of a thing. So you know what I'm saying? Taking the edge off and stuff. I don't know how many people have heard anybody on marijuana, and I know there's a lot of drunk driving cases where you're impaired to the point where you can't drive, and could kill people. There's just a lot of things going on, and to pop somebody for marijuana in the NFL now just seems ridiculous when the states say, hey, you can sit in your home and relax and enjoy if you want, whatever you want to do. Has a lot of medicinal purposes too. So I think that there's just a lot of things that could be a benefit to the players rather than a detriment. And I don't think it's an issue any longer. I think that we have decided that, to be educated instead of just say no. What you got?
Right. I'm split on this. I mean,
Multiple
first of all, marijuana has gotten such a bad rap because of the government.
Yep.
And marijuana on the list of the effects of stuff is like at the bottom. And they're trying to push, like you say, opioids on you, and they legalize alcohol, which is way worse than marijuana. And it just people have this stigma like, oh, they're weed heads, like, you know what I'm saying? But now it's coming on, you can use it for CBD oils, or you can have edibles and things like that. And so marijuana is just not what it used to be hyped up to be as a per se drug, but on the other hand, you don't want no quarterback or no skilled position player that it revolves around reaction time. You know what I'm saying? To be high. You know what I'm saying? To be, to catch the ball.
They ain't smoking right before the game, and then
man,
no.
Okay.
We're talking about recovery type.
I know, but I'm just talking about. I'm going far right wing on this. You know what I'm saying? Because there are, but you gotta realize it is going to be some players who, like, you know what I'm saying, like, man, you know what I'm saying. It's going to be some. I mean, it is. So, I mean, maybe if they have a test, like, your THC levels before game time or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just my only concern. I just don't want my skill players to think they're going fast, but they like
they really get high.
Let's hope Jelani Tavai is not doing that.
Man,
he doesn't need to be any slower. Hopefully he'll be faster.
I lived in Hawaii. That's a big thing in Hawaii, man. They smoke weed. I mean, they blaze it up over there. But they close it out. I mean, you look at what's going on in the marijuana industry. You just need to, if you look at if the federal government legalized marijuana, right? Then you can place federal taxes on there. You can add, you have things the infrastructure. You can take the marijuana industry. If you make it legal, you can make it part of the economy on a federal level, and with taxes and things of that nature, and just make it where just like alcohol tax and tobacco tax, those things can go and help with the with the federal economy, as well as just helping out it with medicinal purposes. More and more states are coming around. Virginia just legalized the other day, and North Carolina has it on the agenda. It's becoming more and more. Even the southern states are, those Bible Belt, type of states where they're getting involved in it as well. So they're decriminalized in marijuana and looking at where they're going to go ahead and make it legal. So it just makes sense to me. All right,
Money talks.
Yeah, it's time for the family discussion. Jim, what you got?
Today, a family discussion is the same thing as we just discussed. Should marijuana come off the banned substance list? And I know there's very strong feelings about that, but put it in the comments below. I really want to hear what you have to say about this. So we'll be responding to you in the comments below. Should marijuana come off the banned substance list? And now we're going to go to Mike for Mike's topic for the day, his news and rumors topic.
So my topic is Michael Brockers. His Fan Nation posted an article. It's called "The Four Keys to Success" for Michael Brockers. And many people who probably don't know that Michael Brockers is a tweener, right? He's one of those guys who's has that defensive end size, but he moves like a defensive tackle, right? So okay. So he really didn't fit that 4-3 scheme out there in LA because he's not that fast, twitchy guy off the edge. And what serves him better is to be an inside guy, okay, with somebody on the outside of him. So being that tweener, defensive tackle, defensive end helps him a lot. Okay, so let me get into a couple things here. Michael Brockers, first of all, he has to embrace the situation, right? It's a big change. It's a real big change going from the Rams, who are Super Bowl contenders, to the Lions, who are contending to for 5 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big difference. Like, you wake up, you know, you're like, man, we're about to go to the Super Bowl. I've been traded to the Lions. You know, so that, you know, he has to embrace that and just realize what it is. But Michael Brockers is not tremendously athletic. Maybe he is, but he just doesn't play like it. Like Michael Brockers, his move, he only has one move, and it's the bull rush. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why him playing in that 4-3, him playing that defensive end is not. It's just not. There's nothing he can do. He has no second and third move. He's not quick and twitchy. So that's a problem for him on the end. So they move him to 3-4 where he's not the outside guy. So you know, right? He needs to work on shedding blocks on the run plays, and he has to develop pass rush moves. That's very key. Is Brockers. He has to do something besides bull rush, because basically you pop a guy, you got to disengage, or you got to do a push pull or something, some type of, or a rip move or something, some type of second and third move. I'm really not a fan of the swim move because, you know, you swim move, they hit you in the armpit and you're knocked out of play. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really like the swim move, but he has to develop something, you know, some other go-to move. And the last thing is Brockers needs to engage into the whistle blows. There's a lot of times where he gets that initial pop and he's satisfied, you know, or he gets that initial, you know, he stops on the end of the play. I'm not saying all the time, like, you know, Jamie Collins. I'm just saying that he sometimes he gets satisfied with what he's done. It's not that he doesn't try, but he feels like I've done enough. So those are the 4 things that Michael Brockers needs to work on. And him slide inside is really going to take away from him having to have pass rush moves. So that bull rush would be really, really, you know, it'll be an intangible on the inside. So that's the four keys to success for Michael Brockers.
All right.
What do you guys? Yeah.
That was really good. That was really good. To get it broken down from a defensive line coach, studying defensive line players. I love it. Let's walk over to that Wall of Fame now. And Kurt, who do you got on that Wall of Fame for today?
Okay, for our bronze members, we have Detroit Drew, DSA fan and member, Midwest Lion, Bubba Bo, John Kaplan, who has a great channel over there on YouTube as well, Sub-Z Trap City Boys Entertainment, our Allen, Jimbo G. What up, Jimbo? Crystal Wiley, Steve Castillo, Brian Stover, Bo Gregarious, and the Tornado, and also the Latino Lion round out the bronze members. Silver members, we have Nomus J, Jason Portis, Cap Ice Cold, Batman of the 313, John Martin, PRD74's new channel. Man, I got to love that name right there. And of course, we have Go Lions. And for our gold members, we have Bob Corso, Motor City Roars. We know who you are, baby. Just in the D, Larry McQuiston, Turner C. Burley, friend of the show, always sending me some great inspirational quotes over there on Facebook Messenger. Michael Huck, Dominique Davis, Matthew Ferguson, Randall Flag 606, Miles Gibbs, Randy Prince, the Gridiron Blitz, and you know we got the big fella himself, North and can. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click the Join Now button in the description or the Detroit Lions on the Prowl logo at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, that was good. Man, you know what? We got that gold members meeting today. Just wanted to bring that up real quick. It's at 3 p.m. today. So if you're not a gold member and you want to join that meeting today and meet us and kind of kick it for a little bit with me and whoever shows up, usually it's me, Kurt. Sometimes Mike can do it. Sometimes my wife does it. So you never know. It'll be one of us anyway, or more of us. But anyway, you can join us at 3 o'clock, and if you want to do that, you click the Join Now button and become a gold member, and then you can join us at 3 o'clock today. So now we're going to go to my news and rumors topic today, and we're talking about the Detroit Lions schedule. And I have a contention that every year they give us the first 4 or 5 toughest games in the whole year, usually right around the first part of the year. And I feel like they do this to break momentum. I feel like, if your team starts off 1-3, the chances of you making the playoffs are very, very slim. So, they want to kill us right at the beginning. I know that people are going to say, no, they don't. This is just a formula that they do. But then how come it's every single year just about the first 3, two we got. First 5 games, we usually have 3 games on the road, 2 games at home. No different this year, people. So if you look at the people that we're facing this year, it's the 49ers first. 49ers, sorry, I messed it up. And then the Green Bay Packers at Green Bay on Monday night, where we always get screwed. The Baltimore Ravens, and then at the Chicago Bears. So in the first 4 games, you have the Packers made the playoffs, the Ravens, the Bears. 49ers missed the playoffs, but they had a slew of injuries. They have a slew of injuries this year. But there was an interesting thing. It said the percentage chance of winning these games. I'm going to laugh at this too with you guys, but I'm telling you, this is what I see. Okay? Not me, but this is NFL Network's data, right? So week 1 versus the 49ers is a 39.3% chance of winning. Are you kidding me? Against the 49ers? Come on now. We don't even know who their quarterback's going to be right now. Anyway, Green Bay, 41.1% chance of winning. And Ravens coming to town, 40.8 chance of winning. At the Bears, 42.4 chance of winning. So the other teams have from about a 58% chance of winning to a 61% chance of beating us. I hate this. It seems like it's every year that we're the underdogs for the first 4 or 5 games, like a murderer's row just about every year. And to be honest, I'm sick of it. But you know what? Good teams beat good teams. That's the way it is. And we need to get to the point in Detroit that we're not like, oh man, we got to play the Packers on Monday night. We're going to get screwed. They're a better team than we are. We got all the excuses already loaded, My thing is, let's get to the point where we build a team that we ain't scared of nobody.
Right.
And that's my 2 cents for today.
The only thing I have to say about that, I understand what you're saying, but if you look at it, the NFL schedule makers, they're looking at us, and it's like, well, we got a team where, maybe are we a cupcake team, and that's why they're putting us early on people's schedule? You have to
good
look
point
on both sides of it. Are they just putting us that way because they want teams to start off fast? Could be that. Could be that reason.
I was just thinking of that though, because if we're the third to last or the last every year in our division, how come we keep playing teams that are always playoff bound? It doesn't seem like that's supposed to be the formula. The formula is supposed to be we're playing the third place team from all these divisions, but we end up playing playoff teams all the time and really good ones.
Yeah.
Well, we're playing them. We're just playing them later in the season, except for usually Arizona. We usually play
every year.
We play them every year because we always finish in the same spot. So
might as well be in our division as many times we play them.
But I get it though. So maybe they're looking at us as a cupcake and they're putting us as an early starter for a lot of these good teams.
That was really good, Kurt. I like that. I
don't like it.
You don't like it.
No, well,
come on, give me something, Mike.
To Jim's credit, we have to start playing and beating good teams. So
Right.
we won't be and that's on the Lions themselves as an organization to start being a better team and winning those games. So maybe next season or the year after that, our schedule gets lighter at the beginning of the season.
And we will become that team. It will reverse around because winning cures all ills to me.
Right. And two, at least they moved our bye week to the middle of the season. I will say that because usually we have a bye week at week 5. Like, come on, man.
2 years in a row.
Yeah, so at least it's week 9. So
at least it's week 9.
At the midway point, yeah.
All right, let's go to what you said. It's time to go to comment cards, and I love this part of the show because of the fact that we get to hear from you guys, and you guys show up and show out in the comments. It's hard to select just 6 of these, because of the kind of time parameters of the show. But man, let's get right into it. Marshall Sumner. Now I'm going to say this because people don't know this, but Marshall Sumner was a character on Stargate Atlantis. In the first couple episodes, he was the commander or whatever, and he gets killed by the Wraith or whatever. I know my stuff, man. That's how I was trying to tell everybody. And I know that's where he got this from, I'm pretty sure. Setting the foundations for a winning culture going forward is the most important thing for the Lions this season. Players, coaches, and staff come and go, but culture remains. The Red Wings had a culture for a very long time and is instrumental to their 25-year-long playoff streak with 4 Stanley Cups. The Pistons had the Bad Boys and the Going-to-Work Pistons, each netting them NBA titles. I agree with this. I totally agree with this. I think that we need to, and we are doing this right now, we need to create an identity for ourselves. Who are we, the Detroit Lions? You look at the Bears, you know what they are. They're defense. They're the monsters of the Midway, right? You look at the Packers, we know who they are. Bunch of jerks. Sorry. I mean, I can't. I just had to. But who are we? I think we're going to be known for our defense, our offensive line, and I really think we're going to be known for running the ball and our defense, much like the Bears. I think we're going to get to that point. And if we get to that point, I think we're going to string up a bunch of wins and set that foundation and culture in that winning ways here in Detroit.
Okay. All right, now it's time for the law firm, Joseph Murdoch and Associates. All right, he says, welcome back, Curt. Hey, man, I appreciate that. Hope all is well. I'm doing a lot better. The only concern for this team is staying healthy. Everything will fall into place with the players playing if they can play. Good thing. What Jim always says, the adage in Detroit is win healthy.
Yeah. Yikes. Daniel Blackburn. My biggest concern for this season is we lose sight of, okay, the screen just moved on me. It says,
yeah, something just happened. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, stop clicking the button. My biggest concern for the season is we lose sight of what we are building towards. And I commented on this. You know what? I see what you're saying, but we have so many people in the front office that the checks and balances system that we got going. We got John Dorsey and we got Ray Agnew and we got Chris Spielman. We got all those people together in front office. They won't lose sight. They're building. They know what they're doing, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So.
Hey, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I did click the button. That's my bad. I'm just telling everybody behind the scenes. I'm sorry, Mike.
I was like, didn't Curt just say that? No, okay.
We have fun here, man. That should be an outtake on one of our blooper videos, but we're gonna leave it in just for you. Yep. John Robinson, the person that leads the space family there, Will Robinson and all those guys. Terrell Williams can put up good numbers if healthy, but who is the second wide receiver to step up? And most important question, already knowing Hockenson will have a big year. It's a very big question. But I think Hawkinson's to me, he's the number 2 option, not probably the number 1 option. And you got to watch for DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams. But who do I think is going to be that second receiver? Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yep. That's who I think is going to be stepping up.
Yeah.
Definitely. Me too. All right, we got gold member Miles Gibbs, baby. All right, my biggest concern this year will be just making sure everyone stays healthy and on the field. We've talked about this several times. Position, though, will be safety. Welcome back, Curt. Hey, thanks, man. So glad to see you back on the show. Miss seeing you on the panel. Prowl Family Pride. Well, thank you, Miles Gibbs. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad to be back as well.
Motor City Podcast says, my biggest concern is defense, especially the linebacking core. And you know what? It is a little bit of a concern, but in the scheme that we play, the 3-4, we're only going to have 2 traditional linebackers on the field most of the time. So, most of those guys will when they play defensive end in a 4-3, will slide out to outside linebackers. So, I see what you're saying. I'm kind of concerned too, but hopefully that having 2 of those guys on the field will kind of, ease that out a little bit.
Being in there. Okay. All right, so now we got Curt's news and rumors topic, and what do you got for me today, Curt?
All right, so we have Anthony Lynn. Now, this really things of this leaking out. We get these things in chunks and in little pieces sometimes, and this is coming from Jeremy Reisman over that Detroit Lions over at Proud of Detroit, a friend of the show. And Anthony Lynn nixed his plans for a year off because the Lions are building something special. Anthony Lynn was going to take a year off after being relieved of his duties as the head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. Seattle Seahawks had reached out to him. They had plans. They wanted to bring him on the staff, and which is a pretty big thing. Look at Pete Carroll's staff over there. Seattle is always a perennial contender to make the playoffs, so they're always in the mix out there in probably the toughest division in football, the NFC West. But Dan Campbell's call changed his mind. He said they're building something special out there in the Motor City. If you look at the staff, where what they were building, all the former players and being on the coaching staff and the front office that they were building. And when Dan Campbell called, Anthony Lynn said it was a no-brainer. I want to be there because I know they're building something special.
Wow.
So you look at that, the influence that Dan Campbell and his staff had on Anthony Lynn to say, hey, don't take a year off. Come be part of my staff. And that's usually a hard thing for a former head coach the next season to go and be a coordinator somewhere. That's usually pretty tough to take a step down from a head coach and be a coordinator the next season. A lot of times, especially the high-profile coaches, they take a year off, to kind of gather themselves and go back and, reevaluate, be with their family. But Anthony Lynn said, I could not pass up this chance to be on the staff of Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions. So I'm going to Detroit, family. Pack these things up. We're going to the Motor City, and I'm happy that we have him on the staff for the Detroit Lions.
I'll tell you what. I mean, Dan Campbell, he may not be able to use the phone in the draft thing, but hey, that phone's got some magic outside of there. His personal phone is amazing. Anytime he calls somebody, Deuce Staley, I'm going to Chicago. Oh, no, you ain't. Oh, okay, no, I want to go here.
Yeah.
He could have went to Seattle and he said, no, I'm going to Detroit because they're building something special here. What does that say about Dan Campbell and the trance that he puts people? I mean, the effect he has on people when he calls them.
Yeah.
But
I love it.
I think one thing it is with Dan Campbell, he's honest and open about what he sees and what he wants to do and why he's calling these individuals. And he tells them, hey, I want you on my staff. I see what you can do. I need you here to help A, B, C, or D. And these guys are right there. Like Deuce Staley, you're talking about, hey, I'm going to make you my assistant head coach. I'm going to give you these duties. I'm going to groom you to take over a team one day. A lot of people won't tell you that right off the jump. And, because some of those guys get in a position as assistant head coaches and they get something here or there. But no, he wants to groom him like Sean Payton groomed him down in New Orleans. So
they respect him. They respect him. That says a lot.
Say what the media can say what they want to, but Dan Campbell has a lot of cachet in the NFL.
Yes, he does.
And he's got a vision. I think it proves that he has a vision because they wouldn't come here because these are good football minds too. It's not like they're just some Joe blow off the street.
No, they ain't no chumps. These are good coaches.
So it's like they must see his vision and he must have a pretty big vision for this team. Anyway, let's get to my favorite part of the show, the dessert with my man Curt.
All right, speaking of Dan Campbell, they asked Amon-Ra St. Brown about how it's like playing for Dan Campbell. And he said, man, I love playing for Dan Campbell. That guy, he's a great motivator, and he's funny as hell. And just one of the comments that just came out recently, if you guys didn't hear about that, was the wipe your butt comment from Dan Campbell. He's telling the guys, I give you the tissue, but I'm not going to wipe your butt for you. I mean,
I don't carry the toilet paper.
Yeah, it's like, wow. I mean, like, you look at that. But he wants them to be men. He wants them to have fun. He wants them to play hard. But, you know, he's a motivator, but he's not going to babyfy his players on his roster. He's a player's coach that will get after you if you're not doing what you're supposed to, but he does it in an entertaining way. You look at that comment. I could bet you Amon-Ra St. Brown and all the Lions players were cracking up when you heard that comment. But, you know, that's just something that I love the fact that he is who he is, and who you see on the field, off the field are the same guy. The guy you see in front of the camera is the same guy you're going to see in practice. All those quirky comments and stuff like that, you're going to see that, but he's going to work hard, and what he does off the field and preach, he does it on the field when he's coaching, out there playing defensive back when the wide receiver drills. You know, the guy's a tight end. He's a football player at first, and he coaches like that. So that's why I love Campbell. That's my dessert with the man Curt for today. And one added thing, hey, join us over there on our YouTube Shorts channel. Man, we got some great content over there on that channel. Some short clips, 60 seconds or less. And we give you some good information over there on Detroit Lions on the Prowl YouTube Shorts channel.
All right. My final thoughts for today is, you know what? I'm so excited about this regime and where we are headed, you know, and where Dan Campbell's vision is, and everything that keeps coming out about how he got the coaches to come here and picked up a phone call. Somebody just changes their mind from like, I was going to take a year off and I wasn't even going to be bothered by Seattle, but wow, you know, I want to come here. What? We haven't heard that in a while. Gold members meeting today, and that's at 3 p.m. Please check out our shorts channel. And what Curt said, absolutely true. 60 seconds or less. That's what shorts are on YouTube. So if you go there and you see it, it's like, wait, this is really, really short. That's why they call them shorts. You know, trying to help you out there. Anyway, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. All righty. So, you know, man, everybody, we got Free For All Friday coming up. We got training camp that's starting soon. And then we got the preseason and regular season. We're going to watch this team and see what the heck happens. But right now, let me kick it over to Mike Jones. What's your final thoughts for today, Mike?
Yeah, my final thoughts for today is I see the divide in Lions Nation. A lot of people are happy about the outlook. Wow, I can't believe it. Like, the Lions are finally building and putting something together. And then I see the other half, they're like, SOL. You know, so
yep.
Yeah, you know, and I feel both sides. But I'm just saying, fans, just give this thing time to work. Okay? Because I don't want, you know, in the middle of the season, people to be like, SOL, you know, but you know, just if you look at it from an organizational standpoint, which is first is how you rebuild, is your organization, your front office first. That has to be put in place. They have to work together and they have to find out their niche together. And you don't really know your niche truly until you get into the season. So, you know, just, hey, let's see what the front office does first, right? Let's see the moves they make, the camaraderie they have, the people making the calls there. And, you know, just give it time before we get in it's the greatest show on turf. Oh, it's SOL. Just, you know, just give it time, man. Give it time. Those are my final thoughts for today.
All right. So my final thoughts for today's show is not really it's not about the Lions. I want to pray for the safety of those that are in the path of Tropical Storm Elsa down there in
Hmm.
Florida. But I know, Rachel Marie Sports, she lives down there in the Florida area. I don't think Jacksonville is one of the areas that's going to be hit hard. It's good because it's coming off the west coast of Florida. So we're talking about Tampa and that area over there. But, guys, please stay safe over there. I know North Carolina, we're going to get some of it, but it's going to be not going to be as strong by the time it hits us up here in North Carolina. But safety first down there, people. Get to a safe area and please be safe down there. And the path of Tropical Storm Elsa down there in Florida is going to touch landfall this morning. And it's just going to be one of those things where I hope that you guys, if you're watching in that area, please stay safe. Down there in Florida. And hey, you know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And it's always subscribe to the channel. Join the family. We don't have fans. We don't have viewers. We have family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And like we said before, go over and check out our YouTube Shorts channel. We do a lot of content over there. We bring us some short, 60 seconds or less. And if you want to get some more short contents, check us out on Instagram and TikTok as well. Those small video bites will be on those platforms. If you're just on your mobile device and you want to check us out, go over to check out our YouTube Shorts or TikTok or Instagram as well. And as always, you can check us out over there on bellyupsports.com. The NBA finals and the NHL finals are in full swing. We got the save from the sweep from the Montreal Canadiens the other day, and last night the Suns put on a show against the Bucks. And all that coverage is right over there on bellyupsports.com. And as always, you can get your fresh gear like your man Curt. I got some new gear coming right now. On fanatics.com. The wife always sees the boxes coming in. She's like, you bought something else? Yes, I did. But go over to fanatics.com and check it out. The link is in the description below. And a portion of those sales from that link go to help us grow this channel. And you definitely want to do that. You're going to get the Lions gear anyway, especially with the training camp gear just coming out. And the new gear for the season is going to be coming out real soon. So check it out and go over there and help your boys out right there on fanatics.com. It is Wednesday, hump day, baby. The week is almost finished. It's halfway there. Check us out today at 3:00 for the members only for the gold one-on-one chat with us right there in the Zoom meeting. We're going to have a lot of fun chopping it up with the gold members. And get back to work. Finish your soda, clean off your desk, and you know what you got to do. Whatever you do in life, you got to boss up. Ball out and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, Mike and Jim, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon.